Hello, and welcome to a very special Love Island Facebook Live. We are here to talk all things Love Island 2022, and I'm joined by the wonderful Lady Nadia Essex. Hello, who knows a thing or two about dating and romance.
Well,
So,
one would hope.
let's talk about this series because so far it's been pretty dramatic so far, I would say. There's a couple of like instant connections, but let's talk about the latest person who left because Afia came in as a bombshell with Ekin Su a few days ago, and she got dumped last night in a pretty brutal, unexpected dumping.
Yeah, I think. Oh, are we watching?
We okay? You good?
Yeah. I think it was pretty brutal, but I think it was the right thing to do. I just don't think there was anybody there for her, and even the two bombshells that are due to come in, I think today, wouldn't have been right for her. Like, I don't know. She's better off come out of the show, make a bit of money for a couple of weeks, and then get on with your normal life, because she's a sweet girl. I liked her.
Yeah, I think the thing is, I think sometimes people come in and they just don't have a connection with someone, do they? Or they perhaps feel a little bit, I don't know, not shy, because I don't think anyone that goes on Love Island is shy, but I feel like to come in when you're not one of the originals, even if it is just a few days in, is actually still quite daunting, isn't it? Because you are maybe a bit worried about treading on toes.
And she's not like Ekin Su, who's like straight for the throat in their like swimwear, going for it. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, she's got the Maura Higgins about her. It's fantastic.
She was literally like the opposite, wasn't she? Like, I don't care.
Yeah, and unfortunately, if you're not, this is, it's Love Island, but it's also a game show. And if you don't graft hard, as they say, then you're going to get sent home. That's just how it works.
Yeah, I know. It's just brutal all round, isn't it? And it's a shame, I think, when people don't get the chance to kind of show their full potential. But she's gone.
Yeah.
Let's talk about two couples who last night seemed to kind of take their romance a bit to the next level. So, first of all, we had Amber and Dami. They went on their first date. And it actually went really well. And they ended up having like quite serious chats, like about the future, about kind of not wanting to look at anyone else.
Yeah.
How much do you kind of buy that?
Well, I think for me, this feels like the first series of Love Island ever where the women are absolutely in control. They're playing it cool. They've got all the men wrapped around their little fingers. Because I feel like Dami's into it. He is like sold. I'm in there. Like, he's probably one of my favorites. Like, I love his personality. I love the way he's so funny. He's so sweet, and she is very like, like there's a lot of icy queenness going on in the
I'll keep your arm's length kind of thing.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm not sure. I have high hopes for them. I want them to work out.
I'm really sorry, babe. I'm just going to interrupt you. Is there something blocking your mic? Maybe. No, it's just we're getting a bit of a crackling, and I don't know why. The girls are saying that your thing was unticked, so it should be fine. Anyway, we'll continue. I can hear what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's quite nice, right, to see a woman actually doing a bit of the I'm not like puppy dog eyes so into you. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes I think it's the girls that end up falling for the guy straight away, and then they end up getting their heart broken.
Yeah, and I think Love Island's been on long enough now that people know kind of how to play the game. And I honestly think, everybody's kind of searching to be the new Molly May and Tommy. And obviously, they were quite a respectful couple, I think. And they were quite, they had kind of high hopes for each other, but were quite straight down the line. But I do feel like everyone in the villa is getting pretty horny. and it's only been a week. Yeah, there's like heat. There's lots of like heat, and there's lots happening.
That private bedroom stat. Another couple that seems to be getting on quite well is India and Ikenna. I think I'm saying that correct. I hope I'm saying that correctly. They actually shared their first kiss last night. So again, like, what are we thinking? Genuine or let's wait and see when some more people walk through the door.
I like these two. I think these are like the unproblematic couple of the series. They're not getting that much screen time at the moment, but because they're unproblematic. Like, they're into each other, they like each other, they're really connected in not chatting to anyone else. They're not interested at the moment. We all know that can change. It's Love Island. But yeah, I mean, I'm team, what can we call them? India and Ikenna. Team.
What can we say?
Indikenna. Indikina, I don't know, but I'm chuffed. I think they're great.
Okay, yeah, that's good. A nice couple we can get behind.
Yeah, and I think we should get behind them because I think they're genuine, and I think they're like proper. They're like a really couple in there that not saying anyone's being fake, but they have the most equality. He likes her, she likes him.
Yeah, and like you said, it's a shame, isn't it, when sometimes you feel like a couple's not getting the right amount of screen time. They're concentrating on someone else, who we will talk about. But I wanted to ask you what you think about last night we saw Jax getting to know Tasha, and Andrew basically putting up this big old barrier. I don't care. I'm not bothered. Making comments that really could kind of come back to bite him, really, because don't act like you're just not interested in someone just because someone else is having a chat with her. What did you think about that? And he kind of got up and walked off, didn't he? Because he just didn't want to have the conversation anymore. I mean, do you think there was jealousy there?
I mean, I think yes, he's definitely jealous. He's quite insecure, and he's into Tasha, like he's puppy dog into her.
Yeah.
But I do think it was the right thing to walk off because Luca was insecure. He had like secondhand insecureness. And you just can't argue with Luca because once he's got, something in his head, he's like, no, you are. And it's like, there's no point arguing. So he did the right thing by walking off and de-escalating the situation.
Yeah, because it was kind of like he was telling him how he needed to feel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Based off his own situation.
Nobody wants to be told how they should be feeling. Even if they're feeling that way, they don't want to be told that's how they're feeling. So he did the right thing by walking away. That was the mature thing to do. But of course, I mean, his heart must have been pounding. She's sitting there basically saying to Jax, I'm open to get to know other people. Wow. And little old Andrew sitting there going, I'm all right. She's an honest girl. I feel if he knew that conversation, he would be raging.
Yeah, I know. But, I don't know. I guess it's just the game, isn't it? It's the game.
The game. And the thing is, the worst part about it is that if Tasha ever went for Jax over Andrew, it would be the biggest mistake she could make. Because Andrew is a sweet, he's a little bit puppy dog, but he's a sweet guy and he's into her. And I just
he doesn't.
Yeah, I hope she doesn't because her and Jax are not suited. Jax isn't suited to anyone in the villa. Maybe Gemma, but obviously they've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. But apart from that, like Jax isn't there for a relationship. He's a single guy. He's 23.
Yeah, I think he'll last maybe a few more days, and then I think he'll be going home.
Yeah, he's gonna annoy everybody. He's gonna get in between too many couples. He's there's not anyone that he really likes, but he is a game player, so he will try and latch on to somebody who he thinks will make him stay. Which then once someone he fancies comes in the villa, they'll be dumped within a split second.
Exactly. So, it's all about just how can I stay here for as long as I can, basically.
Yeah, he's not there. He's not there for love. He's there for fame, fortune, and to cause mischief.
Talking of him and Gemma, obviously at the end of last night's episode, we saw this like really quite explosive actually scene between Gemma and Luca, where she is apologizing for something. Now, we don't know what she's apologizing for yet. People have been speculating. What are your thoughts? Is it something to do with Jax?
Yeah, I mean, of course, she must have, like, his name popped out of her mouth, and
Yeah.
he went mad. But the thing is this, I think that shows also her immaturity, because what you can't do in an argument is apologize and then call someone a P word. You know,
Yeah.
you just can't do that. Like, you either are really sorry and then you have to just take it on the chin and go, yeah, I know, I'm sorry. But you can't go, I'm sorry, you P.
I was quite shocked at that actually when I saw the teaser. I was like, "Whoa, okay," because he rolled his eyes.
She's just, Gemma is the typical 19-year-old who thinks she kind of has been there, done it, knows the world, very worldly. She's playing the ultimate ice queen because I reckon she's on strict orders from Mr. Michael Owen not to be doing nothing, and she has been told, you can go on this show, but you better not be doing anything to naughtiness. And so she's giving off this total ice queen vibe of how she thinks like a grown woman comfortable in her own skin who respects herself should behave. But she's 19. She's not comfortable in her
And you can see, like you said, I think, especially when you do compare her to some of the older women, you can see that she is actually, I get it. Like, we were all like that at 19. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's anything out of the ordinary, but it's, I don't know, I think the personality she's given off, viewers are not connecting with that.
No, yeah, you can't relate to her because she's being so cold. And
they're kind of making it all about her, and it's like you said, we want to see some of the other couples, please.
Oh, I don't know though. She is such the main character in everybody's life. Like, she's got main character status from the minute she walked in. But if she's not I mean, Luca will probably follow her to the end of the earth. But if she's not careful, she could end up being dumped because she's going to alienate the boys. Because there's some really low maintenance, pretty girls in there, and she's a pretty girl who's high maintenance, and so therefore, you've got to be a little bit vulnerable sometimes. You've got to, there's nothing wrong with a hug and a kiss or a bit of a spoon. That's not crossing any boundaries. So she just needs to thaw a little bit, otherwise she could be in trouble.
Yeah. And what do you think? We've got 2 new guys coming in tonight, 2 new bombshells. They're called Jay and Remy. We know a little bit about them. Do you think, I mean, Gemma's had somewhat of a bit of a story already because obviously she was with Liam, then she obviously loved a little bit of Davide, and then now we've got her with Luca.
Hang on, sorry, 2 seconds. The phone's ringing. Hello. Yes. Coming down now. Thanks. Sorry. I'm in a hotel room.
I just quickly wanted to ask you, we'll obviously see more of we'll see the bombshells going in tonight. Do you think that Gemma could have a head turned by one of them?
Yeah. Especially after the argument today. I think Luca's a bit full on for Gemma. And I think these bombshells are going to come in and they'll know that Gemma is like the key main character. So if they don't make at least one of them make a beeline for her, I'd be very surprised. And I think she's just getting a bit fed up with Luca. He's kind of hanging off her. Like, every time she moves, he's like hanging off her, and she's like trying, she can't really breathe. So I feel like she's probably feeling a little bit stifled. And I reckon, one or 2 of these boys are going to make a straight beeline for her because even though she's coupled up, I think she's up for grabs still.
Yeah, so there could be another new couple with the next coupling. So
it's so, honestly, the casting have done so well. They've smashed it this year. It's a really brilliant series.
Yeah,
and each character brings a different piece to the pie, and it's not, there's no such thing as boring in this Love Island.
no,
sure.
I really hope it's going to keep up the momentum because obviously we'll have like Casa and more and all that lovely drama to come. And I will be back talking with you very, very soon. We will have another catch up for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I loved it. Thank you so much
for today. Bye, everyone. Bye.